What's good, everybody? Brand new episode of Popcentral Podcast. Absolutely excited to be here, of course. Thank you so much, guys, for all of your reviews and all of your feedbacks, on our show so far. We see all of your comments, see all of your DMs and everything in between. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for just being there for us. We're back with a brand new episode, of course, and today is going to be absolutely amazing. My name is Gren Francita, and it's always a great time showing up here with you guys. I have got one of Nigeria's finest movie critics. He doesn't like to be called that once again, but I mean, that is what he is, and that's what he does. Reviews films, talks about films, and, just has very concise and good opinions, about films and, how it plays on at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by the very amazing, it's not a new face here. If you're an OG of Popcorn, you know who I'm talking about. Eniola Tito. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, Prince.
How you doing?
I'm good.
This is the first time we're seeing this year, right?
Yes. It's the first time I've seen this year in person and like in front of the cameras.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's always a great time coming on your show,
Yeah.
Increased. No, man.
What's going on?
Babe, I shaved my beard, so I'm not on a goatee, so maybe that is accentuating something else. I don't know. You know how these aesthetics work sometimes.
I don't know. I promise you, I don't know. Okay. But thank you for coming. How's your year been so far?
It's been okay. 2024 personally has been okay, although economy-wise and every other thing-wise, man, we're really going through it in this 2024, and we're just praying for a better, that the year ends on a good note.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to stay optimistic. At the beginning of something new, the going is good, and I've just been trying to keep myself positive. So fingers crossed that it's a beautiful year at the end of the day.
The way that sounds like you're about to get married this year.
No.
So I know.
Unless it's by some kind of miracle. I don't see myself. Maybe I can be engaged by the end of the year, but marrying.
Please marry. We need to come and spread money, spread dollars.
Please, no, I'm not here for that. I'm here for movies.
I'm just saying.
I get
that would be a nice movie, don't you think?
My life it would be a nice rom-com.
As a wedding.
A wedding movie. To be nice.
It will be great.
It will be great. Yeah, the video will be mad, but
think about it.
I will.
Because the way it's going this year, it looks like the singles are not breathing. Everybody's like, singles are not breathing. But we're going to talk about movies, talk about movies we've seen this year, some reality shows, of course, and the AMVCA is coming up pretty soon. And of course, the Oscars that happened over the weekend. But let us start from Love is Blind. I know you've seen Love is Blind, the brand new season. I think I saw your rant on your stories one time.
Yeah, even this morning, I ranted as recently as this morning because, the reunion came out recently and there were a couple of surprises anyway.
Yeah.
But you caught me off guard. I didn't know you were a Love is Blind person as well.
I am. Okay. I am. Listen, I'm telling you, when the season came out, I think this is one of the most chaotic seasons that we've seen, to be honest. So, when you think about it, winners of last season, they're still together and all. But this season, it was just very chaotic. There was just a lot
going on,
that had happened. And now that, by the way, if you don't know, the reunion is out already,
Yeah.
And now that the reunion is out, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, this was a very funny reunion because on stage they had past couples, from past seasons.
Yeah.
The famous Brett and Tiffany from season 4. They were there and they're like a star couple. So, and the funny thing about the finale of this season was only 2 couples made it to the altar.
Absolutely.
One couple got married, another couple didn't.
Yeah.
So I think that was a first, But like you said, this season seemed quite chaotic, and it's as if with every new season it gets more and more chaotic. People get on the show with the wrong reasons, for clout and for who knows what. So
but that sometimes, I like to think that they realize that they're going on there for the wrong reasons, but just pretend that you're going in for the right reasons. Someone like Clay, for example, that guy, bro.
Black women hate that guy.
Listen, black women are like, no, Clay, you are the absolute ghetto. But I actually still feel like Clay and AD are kind of still together in real life.
Maybe they're seeing behind the scenes, because you want to save face. I mean, for a black babe, they dumped you at the altar. You now come outside and say, I'm still dating the guy. Women would drag. I mean, hey, if you haven't seen it by now,
sorry.
Yeah, her fellow women would drag her, but. I think
and you're a black woman for that matter. You should have sense, Abby.
Yeah, as in who Clay or AD herself.
Yeah, AD, yeah.
Yeah, she should have sense, but her story is not uncommon of a woman who will be seeing many red flags, but still wants to be with the guy. Yeah. It's not uncommon.
Do you think she should have picked Matthew instead?
Perhaps. Because back in the pods, right, Matthew was cool and everything. What messed up Clay in the pods was that, I mean, this is a show where you're not meant to see the other person.
Yeah,
love is blind.
Yeah.
But he now says, that's how to know what you look like.
Yeah.
You know, describe yourself. And she was like, Baba.
I can't do that.
I can't do that. That's not what this show is about.
That was the first red flag, my G.
Yeah.
Like, if she knew, that was like, how'd you go on a reality show that says, listen, you can't see the other person, talk, you know.
Yeah, establish a connection, you know, via whatever, based on that, make your decision.
And you're asking her to describe
herself, you know?
Like, do you have a big bunda? You know, what's your
that
like? And then she came and asked for forgiveness, and you're like, oh, the moment she started like that, you know, I've seen all of that. And then Chelsea really pissed me off. You know?
But Chelsea pissed everybody off.
Chelsea pissed me
Madam
off.
Megan Fox.
Bruh, you don't even...
They dragged the babe. So people say I look like Megan Fox.
The only reason why that guy accepted to be with her, Jimmy, was because she said she looks like Megan Fox.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
Because you can tell that he kept on saying, oh, that she lied about it. You know, she lied to me and all. And then he came out and was like, oh, I don't really care about how you look. I'm like, we know. You know, but she pissed me off, you know, like she was very insecure and or she's very insecure according to the reality show and all of that. To be fair, I feel like the ladies this year, out of all of the ladies, I think it's just 80 that I think deserved better. Every other person, like, they deserve probably whatever it is that they got, you know, at the end of the day. It was quite a lot, you know. This season was a lot. And if you've not seen the reunion, I think you should definitely go check out the reunion. What do you think about a reality show like that? Do you think it's realistic that you put people in one house or in a pod and say, you know what, connect based off what...
Of conversation,
you know,
rather than
conversations
the
and what you can see, and then get married in 4 weeks.
See, that get married part that's the issue, you know, because you're compelling these people. They don't see each other. They are in this environment where they don't see each other for a week or so, and then you have to propose. If not, you're not moving forward. And if you don't make a connection, that's the end of it. So I mean, because people came on. At the end of the day, it's an experiment that can you establish a connection without seeing somebody? And an experiment can either go positively or negatively. So what lots of viewers have come to conclude is that physical attraction is important.
Yeah.
What the person that you want to end up with looks like is
I
important.
agree.
So, I mean, it's valid. It's just that hook of you have to marry, you know, or you have to, basically you have to marry. They can't really force you because as we saw on this season, some people actually, they met up, they went to Dominican Republic for the vacation, but afterwards they're like, nah, this can't work.
We can't live together.
We can't live together. We can't even get married. So they went their separate ways. And you can't really blame them because the truth is there's a mixed race couple, a white girl, Brittany, and a black guy, Kenneth. You get. So I think with him,
oh my God, they
dragged
Kenneth.
They really did drag the guy.
But why though?
So when they started having issues was when AD, a fellow black person, said,
oh yeah, can she raise black kids?
How do you think your kids can?
But I don't think the question was out of proportion.
It wasn't, but I think that's when he now realized, hey, I want to be with a black woman, not a white woman, because of all these small things, children, you know, the connection, the way you connect with a black woman is different from the way you connect with his wife who is white or her family. All those small things, I think it now dawned on him, and he was like, "Whoa, babe, it can't work." Not that I'm racist though, but in terms of who I want to marry, I think I'd be better off. He didn't say all this. This is just my own conclusion. But I think he realized that on the show. So it's a very interesting show in terms of what we learn about each other.
Yeah, it's very like so many shockers, I'm telling you.
So many.
My jaw dropped at the altar. Bruh, like
AD and Clay,
how do you freaking walk a lady down the aisle and then say your vows and you're like, you know, you are everything that I want, but you are this one that I want, but I'm like, what? She handled it so well.
Really?
Like I was like, my sister, slapping.
Drag
Give him a slap right there. Just one slap would do it.
No, but
GP,
you released the book. Congratulations, by the way. I don't think I've seen you since you released the book on men and how we need to voice out.
Yeah.
He felt a certain type of way that this is not the person he wants to be with. So he has rights. As much as she has the right to turn him down, he had the right to turn her down.
But the truth is, he could have done that before the altar.
True.
He, like, bruh, you would have. He knew
that he wasn't going to marry her.
He knew he was not going to get married to her. There was no two ways about it. Like, every man knows what they want. That's the truth.
Or whether or not you end up with
it. You know it. You know deep down. In fact, even sometimes when you make a decision and it's wrong, you know that what you just did now, the decision you just made now is wrong. He knew 2 weeks before he knew, a week before he probably knew. Even if it was a day before, an hour before.
Could have to.
He knew it. But walking a woman down the aisle and telling her at the altar in front of her parents, in front of her family members, in front of the whole world. Because this is a freaking reality show. In front of everybody that listen, I don't think that I can do this. That is the most embarrassing thing you can ever do to a woman. She didn't deserve that, to be fair.
Everything good deal. I think it was the producers at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think maybe it was
that
scripted.
Made them get all the way to the altar.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. Yeah. It's for traction and all. But my judge round, I was like, bruh, you be for real, But yeah, there is that. I think that season 5 has given us so many. The bar has gone really up. The next season it's gonna be.
No, this was season 6.
Season 6.
7 will be the next one.
Season 6, 7 rather would be the next one. I also think that the show lost its main essence this season. That is bringing on people that
are genuinely
ready for love, and just showing us to prove that love is actually blind. I didn't really see that, in my personal opinion. It was just a facade. Look at the couple from last season; they're still together.
Many couples are actually still together.
I love that for them. Would you go on the show like that?
I would, to be honest.
Considering that we say you should get married this year. You get married in 4 weeks. You would?
I would, because I'm very big on conversations. And I think in terms of the dating scene these days, people are not, especially in Lagos, we're very superficial. But when you are in an environment where you cannot see each other and we are not spending stupid money, that we are forced to talk real talk. And those days, I can't remember what season of Big Brother it was, but somebody said that's why they like the hookups or the relationships in Big Brother, because guys have to really come up in terms of conversation. You can't use money to attract the babes in the Big Brother house. You're not spending money.
Makes sense.
So, you have to talk correct. You have to talk proper yarns. And that's why sometimes at the beginning on Big Brother Africa or Niger, the guys kind of struggle because, this is a different environment. I can't booga with money. So they now have to find a way to connect with the babes. So I would be on Love is Blind, international, if they came to Nigeria to try and get that connection. And if I don't find the connection, I won't propose to anybody.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, to be very honest. When you think about it, like your example, Big Brother, you don't
use
have
money.
You use money, and then the ladies too, you cannot really ask for money because that means when you come out, a lady who's probably not able to continue with it is because maybe you don't really have that much money that I really want.
And the babes too needs to come with conversation because babes too kind of lack when it comes to conversation.
Yeah. Some ladies are very mid in terms of like conversations. They don't know how to hold conversations. A lot of girls, they just want to jump to someone that's tough.
We shan't dive into that today.
That. Yeah. However, I also hear that Love Island is coming to Nigeria.
No, I've been hearing that just for like 2 years now.
No, I actually heard though, like this year.
Sense.
I don't know, Sha, but I hear Love Island is coming to Nigeria.
I never saw that, but I have a couple of friends that are really into it. The British one, I think the American one. So if it comes to Nigeria, I think it would be very popular.
I think it would be great.
I wouldn't go on that because I don't really know how. I'm sorry, I don't really know how that show works. I thought I put that on silent. So I don't really know how Love Island works, to be honest. So I wouldn't go on that. But I know the show would do really well, especially if they cast really well too. Yeah. Sometimes these reality shows, the casting is where the work is. Where the work is, whether it be a hit or a miss.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Still talking reality TV shows, guys. Real Housewives of Lagos.
Okay.
I hear the reunion is coming pretty soon.
Really? Oh, for season 2?
For
it's
season
been a minute.
2.
Too.
Yeah, it's been a minute actually.
Okay.
You know, here Laura had to travel to go give birth and stuff.
Right.
I think you were following the show at some point, eh?
Well, just a bit at the beginning. You know, we saw at the premiere sometime last year.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
So I was following just at the beginning, but you know, I kind of, honestly, Real Housewives of Lagos is not really my cup of tea. You know, the drama is just. I mean, I love Yabo Ojo, but I think that's as far as it goes. Showmax, I love you guys. But I'm not the target audience. You know, I'm not the target audience.
I'm asking because I think I've seen you do 1 or 2 posts about, you know, Real Housewives of Lagos at the beginning as well. You know, that's why I was just checking to follow.
Well, you know, I'm kind of an influencer, so
yeah. As people lie, hey,
no,
people lie,
no.
Hey, my God.
No, you know, we say it has started though. If you want to watch. Yabo Ojo is there. This person is there. You know, and you know, so we say what we know. You know, and that was at the beginning of the season. And like I said, I tried to watch back at then, but you know, life was just happening. So yeah, I couldn't really keep up.
Fair enough. Now let's go to the Nigerian films that you've seen this year.
Okay.
So I think that this year, Nollywood, we're in March already.
Yes, we are.
Are we still saying the year just started? Because we're in March, to be honest, and it feels like we've done like how many months into the year already. And a couple of Nigerian stuff has dropped in the cinemas, you know. What has it been like for you? Do you think that it has met up to the standards, or there's just been mediocre stuff this year?
Are we talking cinema now? Cinemas, right? Yeah. I like how everybody, I think that's a normal thing. December is always very busy, so January is quiet, especially when Funke Akindele has something out. Funke Akindele's film will still be doing numbers till January. So I think Nollywood filmmakers, they start releasing from February. So the first film I saw in the cinema was Meeting Fumi's Parents, which starred Timini Egbuson and Omomi Dada. And then this Caucasian fellow, an American guy, about this young lady goes to America to study, meets a white guy, brings him home to meet her parents and everything. So that was, at the end of the day, I thought it was a rom-com. It was a drama at the end of the day. So I was hopeful, because I really do like rom-coms. I was hopeful, but there were 1 or 2 things that just didn't make it gel for me. Yeah. But I really do. I'm looking forward to when it comes out on streaming. Okay. It's directed by, I think, Kevin Pam. No, Kevin Pam is a big brother. Anyway, maybe Kevin, I forget his surname right now, but he's the same director that directed Dinner at My Place, which was, yes, that was 2 years ago, and it was a hit. It was a hit. Also starring Timini, Bisola Ayola, and Sophia Lakija. Yeah. That did really well, both in the cinemas and on streaming. Yeah. So I look forward to when Meeting Fumi's Parents comes on streaming as well, to hear what people think about it.
But what do you think about it?
I wasn't too impressed, to be honest, because, and I said it in my review on YouTube, for those of you guys watching, I review Nollywood films on YouTube, check me out. So in my review, I said there were just certain things that didn't sit well with me regarding the writing. I wasn't, the male leads in the story, I wasn't impressed with them. Have you seen the film?
Yes, I have. I've seen it, yes.
So, and I told you before the camera started rolling, they didn't make the male leads
good people
and desirable enough. Because you want your viewers at home to be like, this guy, I like him, you know, to be rooting for the guy. But I didn't feel like they got that right in terms of the writing of those characters. So that's the main issue I had with that film. Yeah. So another cinema film I saw this year. Let's just talk about Meeting Fumi's Parents.
Would you say, let's look at the acting a bit, you know. Did you see anything that struck you about the acting? Sophia Lakija was there as well.
Tina Amba was the mom.
Tina Amba was the mother.
Akin Lewis was the dad.
Was the dad. And then Timini and Omaomi, you know, what was it like? I've read some reviews, and, you know, the reviews really not be reviewing, you know, if you know what I mean.
I get you. Funny, your brother Shaggy was in the film as well, and
yes, he was. And I think it was unnecessary.
Yes.
I think it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. I see that they're trying to make that the comic relief of the film, since it was a serious rom-com, but I just wanted to, you know, filter laughter, but it was quite unnecessary, and it just did not really gel
with the story and everything.
Well.
And Afis Oyetoro was in it to Osaka. And their roles were so small.
And then this girl, Sophia
Lakija.
No, actually, the other Sophie, real Sophie. the
Right.
skit maker girl who was the house
House
girl,
help.
house help. I wanted to see more of her,
her,
in the
yeah.
film, but I just saw her once or twice.
Yeah,
you know.
same.
Show up, I really want to see more of that. And then the grandmother went to set
Taiwa Jaila said.
legendary woman, love her
Honestly,
100%. She's amazing. But you know, when they said that she had cancer, she was gonna die, you know, soon, and she still did not die. You know, like, she was shaded to the end, you know.
To the end, to the wedding, you know.
Yeah, which is wild, which is crazy, you know. But the acting, you know, a few people did great, you know, for me, in my opinion, no, in what I think. I think Mommy that I didn't do a bad job, you know, acting a couple of things.
But do you think she did a great job? Moving on.
Well, she showed up and she showed up.
She showed up, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
she showed up for that.
What
You know.
Nollywood filmmakers keep on doing with Omomi that I don't like is that they keep on making her cry in the movies. And I mean, I don't know. She's so much more than that. She's so much more than that, you know. And
More than crying.
more than crying, she's a diverse actress. But
she is.
you know, they
She
keep on
read theater
putting-
arts in school, guys.
There you go, and she's, you know, going to America back and forth
Yeah.
lecturing on, you know, Nollywood and whatnot. And she's just a very diverse actress. But it just seems like, anyway, it's a Nollywood thing. When they see that you do something well or that you're known for something, they'll keep on casting you or putting you in that kind of
Stereotype you.
position, stereotyping you, and, you know, and it rubbed me the wrong way.
What kind of character would you like to see Mommy act?
Maybe like a detective.
But I think she's done something like that before.
If she did, it wasn't recent. It was a while ago. Let's
trying
make
to
her like a cop, you know, who is a no-nonsense babe,
she'll
who does
kill
some
it.
running. She'll kill it, yeah.
She'll kill it.
She'll surprise you.
What was she in Olutere though?
And where?
Olutere.
She was one of the girls now.
She was one of the girls.
Yeah, that was
she one
being
of the girls,
trafficked.
Yeah, that had a sister and stuff. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I
great.
guess she'll be in the series too when that
she
eventually
would.
comes
She
out.
would,
Yeah,
we've seen stuff like that.
You know?
Yeah. Great stuff. I hear you. What other stuff have you seen?
I saw, the next thing I saw was Silent Intruder. What's this?
Yeah,
What's
Silent
this
Intruder.
Yeah.
Pere, produced by
Perez,
Pere.
executive produced by Pere and directed by Uyuyu Adia, and she directed Hey You. Was that last year? 2 years ago?
Like 2 years
Like
ago,
2 years
actually,
ago.
yeah.
Which also starred Timini and Efe
Irele.
Really, yeah. So I think
And Bisola, right?
no, Bisola wasn't that
That
one.
was Dinner at My Place.
Dinner at My Place. There you
Sorry.
go. So I think Uyuyu Adia does like edgy
Yeah.
films with a bit of like a sexual kind of
Yeah,
undertone.
tension,
Because
yeah.
in Silent Intruder, it's about this couple who are not able to get it on in the bedroom. They go and see a therapist, played by Pere. And it was a thriller. And as you know, in Nollywood, we don't do that many thrillers
Yeah.
because maybe it's just, I don't know why.
It's just not our thing.
It's just not our thing, or it's tricky, you know. But I appreciated it in the sense that it was different. It was much better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
You know, the acting was good. It was edgy.
Yeah.
And like I said in my review on YouTube, I think it would do very well on streaming
platforms, yeah.
because the Nigerian audience, anything sexy, you know, and particularly on Netflix, they are there. So
You see that number one.
number one in Nigeria.
Once you just hear that, Kiniko is doing.
You know,
Number one.
and Uche Montana is in it, and there are
Yeah.
scenes where her character is, you know,
Yeah.
self-pleasuring.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think aside from all that kinky stuff, I think it actually was a good story. And
Yeah.
from the Nollywood films I've seen in the cinema this year, that's the best of the three I've seen.
Yeah, for me, I was very impressed, you know, to be honest. Shout out to Pere. I think this is his first official produced film in Nigeria.
Most likely.
Yeah, I think,
yeah,
you know,
could be.
and he did so well, you know, and you guys should definitely check it out. Uche really impressed me. I want to see more of Uche, to be honest, on on other streaming platforms besides YouTube.
Yeah.
I also want to see her I want to see her in the cinemas, you know. I want to see her in big projects because she's actually very talented, you know, but it feels like YouTube is like where the money is at.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know what the trick is, but it feels like YouTube is where the money's at. Because like a lot of people now, Uche is very known. Like when you say Nollywood films and you know talk about people that watch Nollywood films on YouTube,
Yeah.
I promise you, like everybody knows Uche Montana.
Like Maurice Sam, and she's in that
Maurice
category.
is there. Maurice Sam, Uche,
like,
Judith,
Judith,
Kachi
Notri.
Kachi, you know them. I'm telling you, they're like the YouTube stars.
Yes, yeah.
You know? And I don't even know if that's a good thing, if that's a blessing or that's a curse. Because at the end of the day,
For the actor?
yeah, I don't know what it is, you know, for them.
I mean, because the bigger ones that make it to cinema, right?
Yeah.
Because they are so big, they want to cast the DMEs, the A-listers. So the Ichi Montanas, who are not exactly A-listers, but even Daniel Etimefionku, who is an A-lister, he does a number of YouTube as well. So what YouTube really can do
Bimbo
for
Ademoye does YouTube like crazy.
She does. She even has her own, channel. So YouTube it depends on your perspective. You, the actor, what are you trying to achieve? If you are willing to get a lower paycheck but do lots of work, YouTube is the place for you. Because I mean, it's
but I hear there's a lot of money in YouTube though.
For who? The filmmaker or the actor?
Both.
Well, I don't know about
depending on your agreement. The agreement you have with the,
with the filmmaker.
I hear Judith made over $6 million
last year
on YouTube. I
won't be surprised. The numbers are staggering.
You people. Tito, please, Tito, come on, cause
I'm not among them, please.
I'm not. You just exclude yourself. Yeah, among them. Come on, cause for us.
Okay.
I beg. But guys, we're going to go on a quick break here. When we're back from this break, we have more conversations right here on Popcorn 10 Podcast. See you in a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gents. It's still Popcorn 10 Podcast right here. If you're watching on TV, Popcentral TV. And of course, on every other, streaming platform that we are on right now. Thank you for sticking around and still being there. Tito is still here, of course, and we're still talking Nollywood and like everything in between. Have you seen All's Fair in Love?
I have.
Produced by DME.
Produced by DME, directed by Kayode Kasum.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Ooh. So that came out on Valentine's Day, and it did really well financially.
Absolutely, I think it's the highest grossing
so far.
Yeah, I think it's the highest grossing film in Nollywood right now. Last check was on 90-something million.
Oh wow, almost 100.
Yeah, which is amazing.
It's amazing, yeah.
It's surprising.
For a Nollywood film to do over 100 is a big deal. So it should probably do that. On the opening day, I think it did 7 million, which in itself is a big achievement. The film itself, I'm a fan of rom-coms. So whenever I see a trailer that looks like a rom-com, I'm excited. I have high hopes. So I had high hopes, but my hopes were kind of dashed. It didn't really meet my expectations. The writing, I feel, wasn't the best. I had issues with the editing and the story as well. So it wasn't. In fact, when I reviewed it on YouTube, I normally give a rating when I review a film. I call it a jollof rating, so it's over 5. So 1 over 5, 2 over 5, 4 over 5, whatever. So I couldn't rate the All's Fair in Love because not that I had a score I wanted to give it, but I didn't want to just make some people, because DME was really pushing. I don't know him personally, but he produced the film, like he said. He was really pushing the film. So I didn't want to give a rating that would go against what he was trying to achieve. So yeah, but people who watched the review, they read in between the lines that I personally wasn't too blown away by the film. That's another film that I'm looking forward to when it gets
So what is it about the film though? Like
I said, Ireti Doyle was in the film as well.
Yeah.
You've seen the movie,
of
right?
Of course I have,
yeah. So she was in the film as well, and Ireti Doyle is a fantastic actress. I don't feel like they did her justice. She shouldn't have even been cast in that film. They should have used somebody else. They didn't do her justice. Her makeup wasn't great. The storyline itself too felt very, because it's about a woman. It's about these two entrepreneurs. Yeah. A woman comes into the mix and she's playing two of them.
South African woman. Yeah. That's the two Nigerian men and South African women. Oh, she's hot though.
She was very hot.
She's hot. She's hot, by the way. I can forgive every other
that thing, but
she's so hot. No,
they got that part of the equation right. Yeah, the casting of the female lead. So it's a tricky dance, when you have a storyline where a woman is playing two friends, not just two friends, two business partners,
and they live in the same house.
How?
They don't know. You say not to tell anybody. It's your guy, my G.
Exactly.
You won't tell your guy.
And you guys live together. You work together, and you're actively dating two of them. So there are just certain things about it that just didn't work for me.
Yeah, for me, one of the scenes that just caught me like crazy is the part where Timi's character went to the park and they were having suya. I'm just like, okay. Like he walked into the party and then he saw her. Someone was trying to talk to her. He punched the guy
up,
and then takes her like, bruh, are you being for real? Yo, are you serious? Like that was the part for me that it was just very confusing, But every other part, I don't think it was bad. Then Venita's role as well,
could have been better.
She did great, with the role, but I think this carried the castle, right?
Yes, it carried the castle.
I don't know. Something just felt very different from this direction, from compared to every other stuff that he has done, before. In terms of picture, I love the picture. I don't think the pictures were bad. Costuming too was
styling was okay.
Styling was great. It was beautiful. I just had a problem where she was like, when the lead, when she was at the office, I was like, oh, she needs to go and change up for the art stuff that was supposed to be later. And she's like, oh, but I need a dress to wear. And then this is a dress you give her to wear for the art thing. Like, bro, she could have just gone with what she was wearing. Just here and there hiccups, which it's normal for any film. But I think Demi it was a good outing for him.
He got to show his body off a bit.
I was gonna mention that. Not a bit.
A lot.
It did not show. Demi's like, this film. No, we have to show nakedness.
Nakedness.
Every slight opportunity, Demi off clothes, even off trousers. Off his shoulder in one scene.
He was only wearing boxers in one scene.
I'm like, bro, my brother, what's your plan?
You
have tweets on, but that was very audacious.
Yes, it was, and
audacious.
I mean that was different too, because
we barely see that.
We don't see so much of that, and I'm interested to see how female audiences react to it.
You did not see?
I didn't see.
Well, I was
really
there at the
Twitter,
premiere,
Okay,
and
women were going bananas.
It was very interesting when that scene came up, and then he came out wearing just his boxer briefs, bro. The ladies were just screaming, hey. Some were laughing. It was a mix of different reactions. Answering the call, bro. My DME did not. He say he want to wear only these boxers, and he worried, and he must do it.
Yeah, so I'm happy for him.
If maybe that's the only reason why people go to watch it, or girls go to watch the film.
Good for
him. You don't know why people are watching. Maybe that's
people
why.
watch for different reasons.
But
and Nollywood doesn't really have that culture of men really showing off their bodies. Max, they'll remove shirts. But for a guy just to be in his boxers the way DME was in the film, it was daring, was audacious, like you said, and it's let's see, because let's see what that does,
But I think talking about nakedness, did Kuleremi not show his nakedness in Nicolas?
Did we see?
Or was it a body double though? I don't know. I hear it was a body double.
I can't really. It's the ladies one that I remember, but I don't remember. Bimbo, yes.
And she said it was
a body double or something like that. Yeah, so I heard that gist as well.
So, but what is wrong with Nollywood and nakedness though? What do you think?
We're a very conservative society. Also,
do you think we're pretending, or we're just being hypocrites?
That's a great question. I think people want to operate within the lines of video, film and censors board and the government as well. Nobody wants stress from the Nigerian government. And it's really the government too that's very conservative and very do this, do that. If not, and we've seen in the past how the government can really make things hectic. I mean,
life terrible.
Like Kemi Adetiba's film where it was
Gangs of Lagos
or something. Was it Gangs of Lagos, or I can't remember which one, or was it Sugar Rush, where the government was saying, oh, you are depicting EFCC somehow, this, that, and the other. And so I think people just don't want to be on the wrong side of the law, which is why we don't go too far with nudity and sexuality in our films, Because if the government hands off, Nollywood will go.
I don't think so, to be honest, because I think that our actors are not, the major faces, they're not willing to show bodies or go that far to show their bodies.
But there are some that will be willing to, if it means that this is what will make me blow, let's do the riding scene. Let's do the topless scene.
Have you seen Mia Cooper?
No, I hadn't seen it.
You've not seen it?
Tyler Perry's film, I didn't see it.
You've not seen it?
I heard too many bad things about it, and I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, so I just
maybe you should
out.
see it. Because, bro, that painting, you've probably seen it.
I heard about it.
I
haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
I'll show you after this. But the painting scene, crazy. I don't think that kind of thing will happen in Nigeria.
But that's an extreme. If we're just talking normal, showing bare chest, bare bum, let's start there, because the Tyler Perry film was even far. Let's even just start Nollywood. Let's see if we are showing bare chest, bare bum, and all that, and take it from there. But even that, we don't do it. But I do think we do have, not necessarily the A stars, maybe the B stars that are ready to go down and dirty.
Yeah, like
if it
who?
means, I know, let's not go there.
Like who? Since you know, you not tell me.
No,
Like who?
We've stayed long on this topic.
Like who?
Some of those Big Brother actors, I won't name names. Some of them are quite daring, you know. Some of them, you know, and it can be tastefully done. I think somebody like Saga can do a tasteful love scene where they just show from the back. Maybe they just show his bum, you know, and they show the motions, you know, not the full frontal nudity. You know, and you know, Saga is a good-looking chap. So if it's tastefully done, if the script makes sense, if the character makes sense, why not? You know. Yeah. So I see a few actors that will be willing to do it. You'd be surprised though.
I think Batum would do it.
Okay.
If it's necessary.
I mean, she did something similar in the Ebony Life film, A Sunday Affair.
Yeah, Sunday Affair she did.
Last year.
Yeah, if it's necessary, she would do it. You know, like, it has to be necessary, you know.
Story.
Part of the story for actors.
To go all the way.
Go all the way to do
and
something
they pay too. Because they may be...
Have you seen this film? I think 12 Days a Slave with your Peter. She went completely naked, right?
Yeah.
She was absolutely naked. And it was necessary.
Yes,
for the story,
you know.
So if
she won an Oscar.
Yeah, she got an Oscar for being naked. So, you guys, maybe that's your cue. Nollywood, show us more nakedness. You know, maybe we would find our way in between there. Talking about the Oscars, did you watch the Oscars?
I did.
Yeah.
So I invited for a TikTok Oscars watch party the night of the Oscars, and it was also fun. Me and a bunch of other TikTokers organized by TikTok Nigeria. Yeah. It was such an honor to be invited by them. You know, and it was nice. They did the whole thing very, very nicely. The Oscars itself, I enjoyed it. You know, it's been a while since I've enjoyed the Oscars, but I think I enjoyed it because I'd seen a number of the films this year. Plus, there was so much controversy. Oppenheimer, and Barbie, you know, and Poor Things, American Fiction, you know, which I'd just seen before the Oscars. So I was really into it. Yeah. And Ryan Reynolds, that was my highlight.
The performance?
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds'
it was amazing.
Performance of Ken, or that, you know, that's one. Yeah. The whole audience, they were on their feet. Yeah. You know, which is a big deal. I mean, Steven Spielberg and co. standing up to watch your performance.
But then Briley was laughing. Billie Eilish was laughing
when
he was performing, and then Margot too was also laughing.
Maybe because they were having a good time.
And but it was more because he was close to them.
Oh right, when the song started.
Yeah, that was. I don't know why they were laughing. I really want to know why they were laughing. Like, are they laughing because like, oh great, or laughing because like, what the hell? You know, I need to know what's going through their head. You know.
Yeah, maybe because Ryan is such a fun guy.
Yeah, he is fun. You know, and I think that he did great with his role.
He did.
As Ken. And also, you know, just as we're saying before the cams came on, it's interesting to see Hollywood actors that can act, dance, sing, perform at the same time.
Do action, do stunts, you know. I want Tom Cruise and co, you know. And that's like, I wish that Nollywood can eventually get to that level where our actors diversify their skill sets beyond just, you know, repeating the lines in front of camera. I want to start seeing our actors learning martial arts, learning musical instruments, learning more indigenous languages or even foreign languages, you know, learning how to ride motorcycles so they can be giving us Tom Cruise type of stuff, learning how to dance so that we can see more musicals on the big screen. We do have actors that can dance and sing, but you see them more at Terra Culture, you know, doing the stage stuff. Yeah. But our stage...
Shout out to Bronley of St. Peter's.
Shout out to Bap, you know. Our stage actors are different from our screen actors.
Yeah.
But look at Ryan Reynolds, you know, who started this whole conversation. In La La Land, singing and dancing. Even in I Am Barbie, singing and dancing. I want to get to his point where Timini is singing and dancing in a movie. And I'm blown away. Seeing Timini doing, you know, ballroom dancing or tap dancing with beside maybe a 10-year Aladdin, and they're in sync, you know, it's synchronized and they're singing, and I'm like, wow, this is honing your craft. This is diversifying your skill sets to appeal to new audiences and to, you know, broaden your horizons and even to attract Hollywood, you know, because you're not just advancing yourself for the Nigerian market, you're advancing yourself for the international market. I want to see more of that in Nollywood. We do have one or two actors who are trying to try. You know, Jide Kene, he tries, you know, the physical stuff, he tries to get a bit physical in terms of working out, you know, and staying fit. That's there. And I think he's also trying to learn languages here and there.
Yeah, when he did this film, Vessels,
Blood Vessel, there you
it
go.
was good.
It was really good.
You know, it was very believable. And he's a
Exactly.
proper Igbo boy.
Man, you know.
You know.
So, yeah, they had classes. I interviewed him in December. Said they were having classes to learn the languages and to speak and everything. So we have one or two actors who are trying to diversify their skill sets. But I want to see more. I want to see more musical instruments and singing and dancing in particular. I think all these like Anikulapo and all these like Yoruba epics. Imagine if somebody does one of these Yoruba epics and includes musicals into them, singing and dancing. Wouldn't that be something?
It'll be great.
You know,
It'll be very
and
epic.
the music is already there because
Yeah.
the soundtrack, you hear the soundtracks playing and everything. Imagine if Lateef Adedimeji breaks out into song and starts dancing, and the extras to start dancing. That would be impressive.
I agree. Sounds pretty good. Sounds workable, actually. You know, especially since, you know, it's indigenous, it's original. Like, people outside will get to buy it more and just accept it, you know, for what it is. So it's something that I think is very possible. And, you know, it can actually happen at the end of the day. But Emma Stone's winning Best Actress in leading role. What are your thoughts?
You know, I haven't seen the movie Poor Things, but I was happy for her. I like Emma Stone as an actress. I saw La La Land. She won the Best Actress for that in 2017, incidentally.
So it's her second
This is
win.
her second Best Actress win.
Which is crazy.
It's amazing. You know, and for a younger actress, you know, the older ladies like, what's her name? Meryl Streep. It's not unusual for them, you know, to be getting those nominations. But this lady I think she's under 40. And she already has 2 Best Actress awards, not even nominations. So I was really happy for her. Lots of people said the Native American lady from Killers of the Flower Moon, I can't remember the title.
I can't remember her name.
Lillian Bloodstone or something like that. Forgive me if I'm getting the name wrong. But that lady, people thought she would win. And it would have been really... I don't know if Native American actresses have won that award in the past, but it would have been a first. You know, so I was low-key rooting for her.
I wanted Emma Stone to win. That's important, and I think it was incredible. She was great in it as well, you know, so it was beautiful. Highlight for me was seeing all the beautiful 5 women come on stage to actually present that award, you know, and all these women have won this awards in that category like years before, you know, and they've done exceptional work as well. So seeing all of 5 of them show up on stage, you know, Oscar-winning actress, this, Oscar-winning, all 5 of them. Like the scenery where they showed the images and then the images went up and then they all walked out. It was beautiful.
And they all presented for one of the nominees.
Absolutely, it was brilliant. You know, I loved it. You know, 100%.
Do you think we can pull that off in like
AMVCA?
Yeah.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that. And then Best Actress in supporting role.
Best supporting,
The Divine Joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And The Holdovers.
Yeah, and this is her first major work. This is her first major acting work, you know. And she won a freaking Oscar.
Yeah.
Before the Oscar, she's done a couple of other stuff. I think she's done the Emmys. She's done like quite a number of awards that she's gotten. You know, quite a number of major awards in the United States and Hollywood that she's gotten, you know. And getting the Oscars was just like the crown of it all. You know, so the conversations were, is she actually going to win it? Seeing that she's been nominated so many times in different categories, you know, she's won in almost all. Is she going to win it? Or is The Color Purple, what's his babe's name again? In The Color Purple.
I can't remember.
She was, but you know, the black girl in The Color Purple was also nominated, you know. It was just right that she won, because if she did not win, I'm sure the black community would have probably come for the Oscars. Seeing that last year, Angela Bassett was nominated for Wakanda, but supporting actress, and she didn't win, and she's black, you know. It would have been like, okay, y'all be snubbing the black folks. And if you look at the wins this year,
white.
It's a lot of white people. You know, this is not any
shade
to white people or discrimination to skin color or all. But the white folks won a lot of awards at this year's Oscar, which is just wild, you know, at the end of the year. So shipping one person there to win wasn't bad, but it could have been better, you know. A couple more nominations. I, for example, expect that The Color Purple would have quite a number of nominations, you know, with Fantasia, or even what's this lady's name? The other lead, Tiffany
Haddish, was she in it?
No, she was not Tiffany. Cookie. What's her name? What's her real name now?
Oh, T.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You guys should know who I'm talking about, right? How can I forget her name? Oh my gosh, it's right. Yeah, but I mean, the female, lead also in The Color Purple. I really thought she was gonna have nominations and all. But
Taraji P. Henson.
God bless you. How did we forget Taraji?
Queen Taraji.
Yeah, I thought Taraji would have a nomination and all, and I thought Color Purple would have quite a number of nominations. Seeing the way it came so powerfully, the press briefings and all of that. So the Oscars was just in view, but Oscars are like, you know what? We're gonna do what we're gonna do.
Yeah, the Oscars will do what
regardless of anything. Yeah. And then the war between Oppenheimer and Barbie, it was finally resolved at the Oscars. Seeing that, it's did so well. It won a lot of categories. Best Picture, Best Actor in Leading Role, quite a number of categories as well.
Best
Barbie
supporting actor for Robert Downey Jr.
Barbie just won one category.
Yeah, best song.
Best song. And that is Billie Eilish.
And her brother Phineas for What Was I Made For?
Yeah, What Was I Made For? Yeah, I'm
beautiful
happy for
song. Beautiful song. I love it.
Yeah, I love the song too. It was really beautiful.
And Billie Eilish, her second Oscar as well.
Yeah.
Because a couple of years ago, she won for the James Bond song No Time to Die.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm happy for her. So she has a Grammy now. She has an Oscar.
She has 2 Oscars
now.
Which is incredible for someone so young.
Yeah, she's young.
What Billie Eilish should be charging for anything these days, I'm sure in the future, other filmmakers want her to write a song for their movie as well. The money she'll charge them because they know that there's possibility of Oscar-winning musician.
Singer. Yeah, that's amazing, Nobody EGOTed this year's Oscars.
No.
Yeah, nobody EGOTed this year's Oscar. Well, I think there are like 18 EGOTs now in the world. EGOTs, that is Emmys, Grammys, Oscar, and the Tonys, So I think there's just about 18 of them in the world. Jennifer Hudson is there. Viola Davis is there.
John Legend there?
I think John Legend is there. I think so, I'm not sure. But there's just a few of them, in the world, who have EGOT. But nobody EGOTed this year's Oscar. Last year, I think, was Viola Davis, when Viola Davis EGOT.
It was. I remember that.
Finally, which is just beautiful. The Oscars was great this year.
It was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, excited about that. The AMVCA is coming.
It is, on the heels of the Oscars, as usual.
Yeah. It's going to be for 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at the press briefing. I think we're going to play, you're going to watch the press briefing right after this. But 2 days, the 10th and 11th of May. And categories are not out yet. Of course, it's going to be out in March, I think 28 or so. 20 something, like
a couple of weeks.
Yeah. But what are your expectations? What are you looking forward to the nominations, actually?
I haven't really thought about it. Well, when Eniola Tito, the series, came out on Netflix recently, I was like, nobody should expect Kunle Remi to be nominated this time around because there was a big hullabaloo last year.
I think submissions have been done already.
Exactly, so we're done because he couldn't. They didn't make it in time for submissions. But I trust Nigerians. When the nominations come out, they'll say, no Kunle Remi, but they will remember that Eniola Tito came out. After submissions had closed. So, but that was the only one I was really keen on. I can't really, to be honest, you have to take that one. I can't think of any movies from 2023, Nollywood films that I expect to be nominated.
The Oscars.
Yeah, to be nominated,
Honestly, I still feel bad that Chidi Mokeme did not win
for
last year.
Shantytown.
For Shantytown, I feel bad for that. But I mean, this year I'm just looking forward to the nomination list, to be honest. There's some names I expect to see there. I want to see Bimbo there again this year.
Anyway,
yeah. Oh my God, I want to see Scarlett Gomez.
For
Wura,
okay.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't mind seeing Inidima Okoje for A Weekend to Forget. I really liked at the end of it, the monologue. I think
the monologue was great.
It was at the end, where she talks to her husband. I mean, it's on streaming now, so if you haven't seen it,
go and watch it.
So if she gets nominated for that, I won't mind.
Yeah. Who else?
In terms of men, Daniel.
What projects from 2023 can we remember? That's the problem.
That's the thing. 2023 wasn't really a mind-blowing year for Nollywood. Nothing really stands out.
Yeah, I don't know if Funke's film was submitted before these things were closed.
Tribe of Judah. Tribe Called Judah. It probably, I think it should have been because the closing was Valentine's Day. And Tribe Called Judah came out
right.
December.
Let's see how that goes, to be honest. You know, Adamo Daddy as well.
Adamo Daddy as well, you know. So I would be surprised if Shola Shubali gets nominated for one or two things. Jagun Jagun.
Oh yeah, I should have nominations.
So yeah, Jagun should get some nominations. I won't be surprised if he gets a lot. That's if I did Meji, Femi Adebayo, you know, a bunch of people. Yeah. So that's
fingers crossed, guys. Once the list is out, we're definitely going to talk a bit about it and see how it goes from there. Eniola, I think that's our time on the show today. Thank you for actually coming. It's always great chatting with you and catching up. You know,
it's always a fun time,
movies and all.
Yeah, it's something I really enjoy doing, and doing it in the comfort of you guys' studio is always extra special.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate it 100%. You know,
thank you for having
guys. You can go ahead and check Eniola Tito on YouTube at Eniola Tito. He does like a lot of Nigerian reviews. One of the best out there, actually, and. Sometimes it can be biased, but he is mostly honest, you know, when he gives his reviews and all. And of course, socials?
So on socials, on Instagram, you can find me at Eniola Tito, that's ENIOLATITO, and on YouTube, where the magic happens, you can find my channel, which is where, you know, I'm not making the money that Grandpa thinks we are making.
I beg don't be this guy saying you have this money.
I think it's 2024. I'll make Judith kind of money. You said you laugh. Anyway, on YouTube, you can find me. Just look for Tito's second channel. That's where I do the Nollywood movie reviews. Thanks so much.
Thank you for coming, guys. That's the time right here. Follow us across socials at popcorn10_. And of course, let us know what your thoughts are. Send us a DM. You know, of course, listen across the streaming platforms. Watch here on DStv 189. Always a great time showing up here. Shout out to cast and crew and everybody putting this together and ensuring it's great. My name is Grand Prince Ita across social media platforms. I'll see you next week. Stick around. See you in a bit. Bye.